Hey, hi, hello. What month is this? I always have to check. It's May. This is the May update. An update that I filmed actually already, and it came out awful. So we're gonna record it awfully again. There's actually a lot here. Now, once again, I make this warning because I'm filming this not in the next month like I should be. I'm actually filming this on the 28th. It's the only day I have off to actually do this. So, if something comes in, I'll either cut it in or I will just put it in the next update, and I will hopefully tell you. Now, the stuff I've grabbed for this update, I believe is all of it. There's a lot of it. For some reason, I do believe some of this may have been shown last update, but I could be wrong. There's a lot. I don't know what I want to start with. How about this? We'll get actually some of these video games done fast because a lot of them are duplicates and a lot of them are shitty games. So let me just grab them. There's a lot. And this isn't all of them. This is just the pile I can grab. Each one of these were $1, and most of them are duplicates, and they're all for the original Xbox, I believe. First one we'll go is Without Warning. I don't know any of these games really, so I won't be talking about them. The Suffering, Ties That Bind. Actually, if I give me 1 second, yeah. Another copy of the Ties That Bind. Tom Clancy's Pandora's Tomorrow. I'm not a huge fan of Pandora games. Sorry, Splinter Cell games. I'm more of a fan of the Metal Gear Solid games, and I find those to be rip-offs, but that's my opinion. Call of Duty 3. Turok Evolution. I heard this is a really bad Turok game, but I haven't played it, so I wouldn't know. It looks bad, but it looks like it might still be fun. I'm actually used to be a fan of the old school Turok. And there's another copy of Turok. Splinter Cell. I want to actually make a comment about this game. Not about the actual physical game, but what you can do with it. If you have a way of connecting a USB device to your original Xbox, which you can buy an adapter or make one. This game has a copy of Linux on it. Yes, that weird operating system that nobody uses anymore. Except for me, because I'm weird. It actually has a copy of Linux on here, and when you have this one exploit, it's a save exploit, it'll load the save. You have to do this in the original Xbox, and it will load the Linux, and then you can install a modified Xbox OS, which basically allows you to play burnt games, play modified games, play homebrew, and it's great for emulation and homebrew games. So that's the only reason, in my opinion, to have that, so you can actually modify it. It's not my only copy either. Warpath. Enclaved, quick comment, it's basically the spiritual successor to Demon's Souls. It plays just kind of like it. It might be the same studio, I don't know. I actually already had this game, but it didn't have the cover, so it's nice to have a complete copy. Aeon Flux, I guess it's a movie-based game. Rally Sport, a racing game. Conflict Global Terror. Looks like another SWAT-esque game, I don't know. Another copy. Oh, this pile's gonna fall over. Ghost Recon, Island Thunder. I think I have this, but I don't have the case. So I guess it's good to have a complete copy once again. Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I already have this. Not a great Mortal Kombat game by any means, but it's Mortal Kombat, so whatever. Total Overdose, A Gunslinger's Tale in Mexico. It's basically Mexican Grand Theft Auto. So if that interests you, then go ahead and get it. Bonus DVD, Lara Croft's Tomb Raider Inside. No, there isn't. You're a liar. And the last one is Dead to Rights. I remember seeing this game, and it's like it shows the pictures of guys with a dog. And I'm like, what is this game? So I might try this out. I don't know. Now, give me 1 second to move this stuff. This is just randoms, to be honest with you. You might notice my throat, well, not my throat, my voice is going. It always does this when I film these videos. I'll be perfectly fine and ready to go and ready to record, and then my voice decides to literally die on me. Where is my water bottle? Where's my water bottle? Oh, there it is. Should probably cut that out, but I'm not gonna. Okay, so let's get actually the rest of these shittier ones out of the way. Death by Degree. I don't know what it is. It looks like a Dead or Alive ripoff, but when I look at the back, there's guns, and it looks like a gun game. So I don't know. Tekken. Oh, I guess she's they gave a Tekken character her own game. Not a huge fan of Tekken, that'd be why. Nightcaster Defeat the Darkness. Done by Microsoft? Like, what's this? What is this? That might be interesting. If it's done by Microsoft, there might be something interesting there. Or there's a reason why I have never heard of it and it's utter crap. PS2 game here. Actually, that other one was PS2 game. Medal of Honor Frontlines. Just another Call of Duty. Basically, it's a Call of Duty game, but with a different title. Yeah. And a PS2 jump pack. Back in the day, they used to sell these jump packs in stores. They didn't give them out half the time. These jump pack ones, and they were a couple bucks, but you'd get all these demos. I bought one once back on the PS1 because I thought it was cool. Now these three are the most recent games. This might not be all of them. I think it's all of them. And one's a replacement copy, and two are games that I didn't own. My replacement copy here is the game F-Zero GX, which is kind of a difficult game to get. I got it for 25 cents. My other copy, there's no color on the cover. It was so faded that when I got this, I thought it was a different cover entirely. That's how faded mine is. So I got a nice replacement copy for 25 cents. I'm not going to pass that up. This is one of the last Mario game, like, it might be actually one of the last Mario games. Oh, I'm actually missing the soccer one. So, this is going to be one of the last ones on the GameCube that I don't own, and that is Mario Power Tennis. I've never physically, I may have played the N64 one when I was younger, but I don't think I've ever played any of the tennis games. So I'm really interested. I actually have a copy of Mario Golf, which I've never played before. I had to get something to drink there. Fuck. I'm sorry about my voice sounding really weird. So, the last game I got for 50 cents, and they had the first one, and I should have got it. I already own it, but mine's in, once again, awful condition. And that is Resident Evil 2. I've been wanting this game for frickin' ever, and I got a copy. And I'm like really, really, really happy. Give me 1 second. Why am I dying on camera? So yeah, I got a copy of Resident Evil 2, and I'm really, really happy about it because I've always wanted to play Resident Evil 2, and the only other Resident Evil 2 I had was the N64 copy, which is a piece of butt. It's not good at all. This you get to play as Leon Kennedy or, oops, upside down, Claire Redfield. And in the N64 version, I don't think you had a choice. So I've been really wanting to play the second game. This is one of the only Resident Evil, actually this was the only Resident Evil that I was missing in the main series. Umbrella Chronicles, Raccoon City, all those ones I don't count as Resident Evil games half the time because they're really not. But I have, this finished my 1 to 6. I'm gonna play it and I'm hopefully gonna enjoy it. I hope, I really do. Let's put this stuff away. That should be all the video games. And there was a lot of video games, but there's also a lot of manga and a lot of anime this month. I know each month I had like 2 things of anime. This time it's a little different. Not a lot, but a little different. Now, let's start off. I actually filmed the video already of my unboxing of my epic huge Viz Media box, which I recommend watching. It's only a few videos ago, where I opened the boxes for Death Notes Collections 1 and Collections 2. Death Note is a show don't even know why I was gonna explain it there. You all know it. And if you don't know what Death Note is, and you are watching this video because you like anime, watch Death Note, come on. Basically, kid gets the Death Note, you can write people's names in the Death Note, and you can kill people. And he becomes God. So, yeah, it's really cool. And it's done by Shonen Jump. This is something you wouldn't think Shonen Jump would do. Because, you know, they do Naruto and One Piece, and then you get Death Note. A series about killing people. Little different. So this is the complete collection. It is a 37, I believe, episode series, which basically is one full season and one half season. In a lot of people's opinion, the half season shouldn't exist. They should have made it one season because they kill off a character and they keep going with the show, and it in my opinion, was bad. The ending is cool, but the whole second half of the show, there's a okay. Mini rant, we'll do it real fast. Misa, whatever her name is, shouldn't have been in the show. She's annoying as fuck, and she ruins the show when she gets up to her character. When she's gone, the show gets good. But then they kill another character off, and that character was basically the premise of the entire show. So when they kill that character off, and they try to bring in some random-ass new guy we've never heard before, it ruins it. So, try not to spoil the show. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Most of you have seen it, so Death Note. Yeah. Let me put that to the side. Okay, let's get on to this. This was also in that unboxing video, and that is Inuyasha Season 1, the Slim Packs, which, all these are the Slim Packs. I'm a little annoyed by the fact, because I have Season 2 in the Fat Edition, so that's going to be an issue. But there's Seasons 1, 7, oh, these are backwards, I apologize, 6, 5, 4, that's something else, and 3. There's the spines on there. So that is basically everything of Inuyasha. Season 2. There's my fatty Season 2, my old Season 2, which I should have rebought, but I didn't. Okay, Inuyasha, big show, over 100 and something episodes. Most people, I think, have seen Inuyasha, at least a little bit, and they haven't. Just imagine, basically, how's a way to explain it? It's a little Naruto-esque. Okay, imagine if Naruto wasn't a ninja and he was a samurai. That's kind of, sort of, what Inuyasha's like. What if Naruto was a samurai? And, like, Sakura was a bowsman. So, yeah. Interesting series. It's long, it's old. Technically, this isn't all of it. They actually made the last season called The Final Act because the show ended on, we're gonna keep going, and then it never continued, it never finished, so pissed off a lot of people. So they made the last season, and I haven't seen it. So I gotta get onto that. But, that's Inuyasha. I recommend going to see it if you haven't seen it, because it's good. It might not be, people might not like it as much as the big three, but it's as old as some of the big three, that's for sure. And talking about the big three, that's a good segue. Actually, that's a great segue now that I think about it. Let's get these all down at the same time. That is Collection 8 of One Piece, an amazing collection. Basically, the One Piece Pirates versus God himself, which was a great box set. I'm very happy with this box set. But here leaves the issue. Let's put those over there. Here leaves the issue about my little One Piece. Oh, there's a glare. Oh, wow. Collection 8 was the last collection that they released. They're now doing the Voyage box sets. That's fine, that's dandy. I probably should be supporting the Voyages. But then my shelf will look really weird. And I know there's people out there who double dipped One Piece, which is good on you. I really think, like, you know, thank you for double dipping on One Piece, because One Piece, I want it to keep going, I want them to keep releasing it, and they are. They have the rights to season 5, right? So they're doing that. They're still working on it, so that's great. Season 4 has been released. I would love if they could release some collections. I know they probably won't for another year or two. I've talked with some people, and they think it's not going to be until the summer. We're in the summer almost, or maybe the end of the summer. I forget what they said. I don't think so. I think it's going to be late 2014, I think. So I don't know if I want to buy the Voyages, because it's not like I don't have the money for the Voyages. I can buy the Voyages. It's just the fact of my shelf. I want it to look like the rest of them. And then I don't want to have to go back and double my money and spend on it. You know, it's an annoyance, to say the least. But One Piece Collection 8, really good. Fucking amazing. The ending of Season 3 and Season 4. How did they end Season 3? Are they still in the G8 arc? I think they are. So I want to see the next season of One Piece. Let's leave Bleach to the end. Naruto, box set 2. Yeah, box set 2, season 1, complete season 1. I made a review of this. I'm not sure if I actually showed this already in my last month's box, my last month's stuff. So let's keep it rather short. If you want to hear my opinions on One Piece season 1 and this box set, I actually have a dedicated video for this box set. So, more Naruto, a complete season 1. This box has a lot of fights, really cool. Rock Lee has some cool development, and I don't know if I want to get season 2 yet. Yeah, go watch the review video if you really want to know my opinion on this, because I get into more detail with it, and I don't want to waste your time talking about Naruto, because there's a lot of stuff here. This I definitely won't be wasting your time with, because I only watched one episode. I apologize for that glare. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit. Bleach box set 1, this is technically season 1, is... I don't know. I've tried to watch the show before, and I got maybe, I think, 5 episodes in, and I just can't do it. It's not good, in my opinion. People might hate me for saying this, but I can't get into Bleach. Now, that doesn't mean I don't like Bleach as a story, because I actually have the first 15 volumes of the story, and I like it. The show, I don't. And it's not because of filler or anything, because, like, apparently I can't get to the filler. I can't even watch the first 5 episodes. There's something just wrong about the whole thing. I don't know what it is. It could be anything from Vash the Stampede being the main character to just color. I don't know. Maybe I should try rewatching it in Japanese. Maybe. I did that with my Naruto, and I like Naruto in Japanese. Maybe I'd like Bleach in Japanese. Why One Piece has to be dubbed, because I like the dub. A lot of people might hate me for saying that, but I like the dub for One Piece. And yeah, I can't really talk about this, so I'll just be wasting your time, because I don't know really anything about the show. Now, talking about back when I was talking about One Piece, I actually did get one more thing One Piece related. Let's just get the light back here. Whoop. Now, this is interesting. This is One Piece Movie 8. The Desert Princess and the Pirates. The Adventures in Alabasta. This is the Alabasta arc put into movie form, pretty much. Now, there's controversy with this movie, and there's a whole issues with the movies in general, because this is the only movie they've ever released and dubbed down here. Reasoning? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's just licensing with Toy Animation won't let them have certain things, and the reason why they let them have this just because it's a recap movie, and they were able to dub this before they actually got to Alabasta. so they had some kind of practice, and they could hire actors and get actors licensed for the show through the movie or something like that. So that's why they kind of did it. Real fast, let me just say this. You could potentially skip the Alabasta arc if you watch this movie. That's like 50 something episodes. That is true. You'll be missing out on certain characters being introduced, some like actually important characters being introduced, and just certain plot elements that will hopefully enter later into the show. I'm not gonna say what those are because I think you should watch it, but real fast, the movie, nice recap episode. Yeah, that's basically what it is. If you want to watch it, go ahead and get it. The movie isn't the easiest thing to find, but it's not the hardest thing to find either. The animation's pretty much all redone into true widescreen, and it looks nice as a movie, because it was a theater-length movie. It's just, if you've seen Alabasta, you know everything in this movie. If you liked Alabasta, then go ahead and get this movie. If you didn't like Alabasta, well then you know what I'm going to say. Now it's been a while since I've actually physically seen the movie, but I do believe that they changed the ending on how Robin joins, but I could be wrong. I have to rewatch it, I guess. But yeah, One Piece Movie 8. It's the only movie released down here, and it's kind of annoying that's the only movie released down here. Now let's me take a look. This one's gonna be a bit of a funny joke one, I guess. Queen's Blade Series 1 and 2. Yes, this show is considered by some as a hentai. It's not. It's an ecchi. Really, really, really bad one. This is the first 2 seasons, which is 24 episodes. This collection went for $13.99 on Amazon one week, and I picked it up because it usually goes for $50. Basically the only reason why I own it. Episode 1 is a joke among me and my friends, and most the people around the world. If you've seen episode 1 of Queen's Blade, that whole ending scene, my god, her armor, it's ridiculous. Now, I've only seen the first 2 episodes of this. I basically just own it as a joke, really, considering it was $13 for 2 seasons. Just by looking at the back, you can tell what you're getting into, really. Now, the thing is, though, here's the kicker. It's an Anime Works release. That means bad packaging. It actually means 3 things, really. And it's usually either one. It's either a bad dub, bad packaging. Oh, when I say bad dub, it also can mean no dub. Bad packaging, or there's another one. I know there's another one. I forget what it is. Maybe no dub was the 3rd one. I had rules. In this case, it's a little bit of everything, but oh, I just kicked the camera. It is packaging. It's a stack pack, which means you'll never be able to get to that last disc if your life depended on it. So, have fun watching disc 1 of the exiled version, apparently. That's lovely. So yeah. Queen's Blade. Yeah! How did my mouse get over there? Now, let me see. I think we're getting really close to the ending of all the anime. I think we are. This actually might be all of it. Holy shit, there's a lot of books this month. I never really noticed. So, this is kind of interesting. I went to a pawn shop, and I wasn't expecting to get a single thing, because usually I'll go in there and I might get a volume of anime, you know, 4 episodes, because it's $1, right? I'm like, whatever. Well, in this case, for $15 each, I got something a little different. Something that I kind of wouldn't mind owning. And that is Seasons 1 of Kai, Dragon Ball Kai, Seasons 2, and Seasons 3. There's only 4 seasons released right now. They're working on Season 5, I believe. So, I almost own the whole thing of Kai for $15 each. This is about a $30 to $40 show, each box set. So I saved a buttload of money. Now, without me going through each and every one of these cases. We'll just go through, I guess, the first one. It's like the One Piece releases. You have the slipcover, and then you have the generic discs. It's identical. All I did was I took the One Piece packaging and put Dragon Ball discs in it. Now, the one thing I haven't checked yet, which I hope they've done, is the marathon mode. Marathon mode is an amazing mode that Funimation has invented, I swear to God, where it takes the first intro and the last outro, keeps them, but every intro and outro between every show, otherwise, aren't there. So you have intro, and then you have all the shows, and then you have the outro. It's an amazing thing that they've done, and I wish every single anime they released would do it. I think only the big shonens they do it with. I could be wrong, it might not even be on here, but I know it's on the One Piece, and it's amazing mode, and this is me just saying, Funimation, please keep doing it with every box set you own. So yeah, so Dragon Ball Kai, it is a recut, re-edited version of Dragon Ball Z. Sorry, this is called Dragon Ball Z Kai, I'm just being weird. Basically, they took, say, here's an example. This is the first 1 to 26, and this basically consists of the first 2 seasons of the actual show, which would be about 60 episodes, I want to say? Somewhere at 60, maybe 50 something, maybe 60 something. But yeah, about that many episodes condensed to 26 episodes, which basically means they took out all the filler. Anything that wasn't in the manga isn't in this show. Yeah, that's basically how they've done it, and they've redubbed it, and they haven't reanimated anything. What they've done is they cleaned it up. There's certain scenes where Vegeta's hair was red in the original that they've decided to take and they've recolored so it looks normal, basically. So if you wanted Dragon Ball Z in a perfect collection in the sense of being perfect and true to the original creation, Dragon Ball Kai is your main bet. But if you want Dragon Ball as Dragon Ball Z, the one that you watched as a kid, don't get these. Get the original because that's what you want. But if you're a Canadian kid, you won't be able to find the original Dragon Ball Z that you know and love. Actually, some Americans too. Here's a fact. There's been many dubs of Dragon Ball Z, but the original dub was done by Ocean, not Funimation. And Ocean is the one who did the famous "It's over 9,000" with the screechy Vegeta, which that dub was amazing in my opinion, and then Funimation came in and ruined it at the time. Now Funimation's doing a great job, but at the time they ruined it, and then Ocean came back for the last season and then ruined it, and then Funimation just bought the entire rights and then just redubbed the whole freaking thing, and now we have the dub that we know. With Chris Sabat and Sheen, whatever his name is. So yeah, Dragon Ball Kai, it's Dragon Ball Z, and I need to watch it. I've only watched the first half of Season 1, that was years ago when it was being released. I think that's all the anime. Yeah, that's all the anime. So this video is actually going to be long. There's a lot of stuff here. Now the manga, there's a lot of it, but we'll hopefully be able to get through it. Oh, this is heavy. Okay, haven't read these yet, but I got them basically for the title, not knowing who created them. The creator of this made a little known thing called Astro Boy, and if you don't know what Astro Boy is, it's basically what invented anime and manga. Without this guy who made this book I'm about to show you, anime and manga wouldn't exist in the form that it exists now. He is basically like the Walt Disney. Well, sorry, Walt Disney stole everything he did. But okay. Osamu Tezuka, whatever his name is, he made Astro Boy, was it Leon the Lion or whatever? Kimba the Lion, sorry. And Blackjack, the creepy doctor guy. Well, he made another series that not a lot of people know about. And you're probably not expecting what I'm about to show you, but here's volume 1 of Message to Adolf. Yes, he made a story, about Adolf Hitler. If there's a weird cut there, I apologize. My camera decided to say, hey, we're done recording. We're not done recording, obviously. So yeah, this is volume 1, which is basically the first 4 volumes in Japanese, translated and put into a giant omnibus. There's 8 volumes in total, but there's 2 volumes in English, is what I'm trying to tell you. So there's volume 1, let's put that to the side, and volume 2. Now, as I said, I haven't read it. All I know is it's very controversial, considering the guy who wrote it and what it's about. I don't know if it's like a comedy or a dead serious retelling of the war, or if it's making fun of the war, because this cover makes it look like it's making fun of it. I don't know. I'm gonna hopefully read it, and maybe if I read the whole thing, I may make a video talking about it, because I'm assuming there's other people who are curious about an Adolf Hitler manga. So, now that's, you know, dark shit's out of the way. Let's talk about this box set here. It's a shame it's all ripped up in horrible condition, but that is Pokemon Adventures. This is the complete Pokemon Adventures, adventures in Red and Blue, which is basically the Red and Blue games retold in manga form. Here's the weird issue about this whole thing. It is completely different from the show and the video game. The show would make sense that it's different, but from the video game, it's just like weirdly different. For example, he goes in to meet Professor Oak, and Professor Oak thinks he's a burglar, and he hits a button and releases all the Pokemon that Professor Oak owns out in the wild accidentally. Like, it's all completely different. And it's really, really strange, to say the least. But it's, I don't know, I've only been able to read a bit of volume 1, I haven't read the rest of it. But this whole set, all 7 volumes of it, you can get for $35, which is like $5 a volume, I think. Which is a really decent price for manga, you know? Now let's actually show you what these covers are like. Here's volume 1. Volumes, I think 2, yeah. Volume 3. And I'll explain some of these characters that you're seeing here in a minute. Volume 4. Volume 5. Volume 6. And the last one, Volume 7. Now to explain some things that you're seeing here, oh yeah, and it's sorry excuse for a poster. It's like a little bit bigger than a manga volume. It's pathetic. But to explain some of these characters real fast and how the story really does its thing and why it's so different, that character there is Red. If you don't know, the actual character, the main character, is called Red in the series. Now Blue, this is me assuming the original concept, everything, was Gary, your rival, so he's Blue. Now in Japan, there was a character that, well sorry, there was an entire game that wasn't released down here. Yes, there is a Pokemon game that wasn't released down here, called Pokemon Green. I am not making it up, like kids used to do back in the day. There is a Pokemon Green. And that's who this is. That's Green. And it's basically those three doing their Pokemon adventure in manga form. Now, to talk about a little bit about this, it's just interesting to see it retold this way and actually have Green as a character that wasn't, you know, wasn't cut from the Americans and Canadians, any region except for Japan. I don't know, it's just really cool. And this is the manga. Yes, it is volumes 1 and 7, and some of you might go, well, that's not the complete Pokemon adventure. That is true. They've actually done Pokemon Gold and Silver, like every single game they've done in manga form, and you can get them in box sets like this. So if you're interested in Pokemon, that is something to check out. I'm not one of those old guys who play Pokemon still. I just got the manga because I like manga. But there's nothing wrong with liking Pokemon. There's some people who take it a little over the top, to say the least. This isn't manga, but I'm going to show it real fast anyways. This is what do you call it? Book 5 of the Haruhi series. I made a review of Book 4, which is the Disappearance, which I'm recommend to check out. But this is Book 5, and it's basically anything else that wasn't in the everything else that was in the show. This kind of wraps up in Book 5, and some stuff is new. Anything after Book 5, from what I understand, is all new content. It would be technically season 3 of the show. So if you're interested in Haruhi and you want to know more of it, start buying books 6 and up, and you can actually read more of this thing and have actually canon, because these books came before the manga and the show. These are the original creations. So it's really cool to read how stuff was originally done. It's almost word for word. That's why when Kyon does his whole talking, he talks a lot, because it was originally a book. So yeah, I recommend go check my review for Book 4, and I recommend going to get those books because they're really good. You can get the soft cover and the hard cover, and they're pretty damn cheap either way. So go check those out. Next is Volume 1 of 21st Century Boys. I am so pissed off. It's retarded. 20th Century Boys is the series that is super famous and why known as like one of the greatest mangas of all time. 21st Century Boys is the last 2 volumes of 20th Century Boys. But instead of calling it 21 and 22, he called it 1 and 2. Me not knowing this, go into a store with my gift certificate, spend almost 20 bucks. It was really actually 20 bucks on this, thinking it is the first volume of this great series, when in reality it's volume 21 or some bull. So here is a warning: if you see this book, you are looking for 20th Century Boys, not 21st Century Boys. This is the ending of that series. I read it and I filmed an entire review of it on how it's utter retarded. I don't know how it got famous, and it was because I'm reading the end of the series and not the beginning. Is it my fault? I guess a little bit, but at the same time, why the hell would you call it this? Why would you have 1? How dare you? I'm so mad. But yeah, that's a bit of a warning. I'm not gonna bother explaining it because it's pointless to explain it. Let's see. Now these next 3 volumes, I'm just gonna show it all at the same time because I don't really know anything about them. I got them all for like $1 or something, and basically just grabbed them and put them in bags so they wouldn't get too damaged, because they're already pretty damaged. But that is Secret Chaser, Volume 1, a Tokyo Pop release. Anything Tokyo Pop's out of print, so it's nice to have. Louis the Rune Soldier, Volume 1. No, this isn't. Oh, I just punched the camera. This is an ADV release, which ADV doesn't release things either, so that's nice to have. And Figure 17, Volume 1, and also another ADV release. So it's nice to have these releases of stuff that is out of print and won't be probably printed anymore unless the company has bought them. I don't know. So that's why I have them. Now the next manga, let's see. I'm going to show you the one I haven't read first, and then we'll show you the last big one. And, well, yeah. This is volumes 13, 14, and 15 of Bleach. As I've said multiple times, I like the manga. The show I can't get into. This is the latest omnibus version of Bleach, and I'm quite happy to have it because we are right now, I'm assuming, nearing the end of the Soul Society arc. So I'm quite interested in checking out what's going to happen in this. This arc's really good in the manga, and I'm really enjoying it. But I haven't read this, so I can't really talk about it. So yeah. Okay. Now I apologize for this video being so long. There's a lot of stuff to get through. This is the last of it. This is the big thing of the month, pretty much, sadly. I have made a separate video. It's actually the last video I made before this. And that is a little video talking about this huge phenomena, basically, of a show called Attack on Titan. Now this is the manga. I've talked about volumes 1. All the backs look the same, I believe. Yeah, well, a little different, but they're the same basically. And volume 2. But I never showed you in that video what volumes 3 and volume 4 look like. So I'll get to that now. Now, I haven't read volume 3 and 4 while you're seeing this video. I'll probably be reading it this afternoon, or maybe at another date and time. This is Attack on Titan 3. Now, the interesting thing is, I just want to point out here, if you watch my Attack on Titan review, which I totally recommend doing because I talk about the point I'm going to make here, there is, what's his name, Aramin or something? It's one of the friends. And then Mikasa. It's been a while since I've seen the show or read it, so I'm gonna apologize. Those are the 2 friends of the main character, Eren. Okay. Who's that? Who is that? Is that someone attacking it, or is that someone controlling it? Is my theory in that review true? I don't know. But, this is volume 4. Now, volume 4 looks pretty normal. A lot of the cast is alive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And his friend is missing. The blonde friend is missing. So I don't know if he's dead or not. If he's not dead, that's 9. Only one of them died, which would have been that Thomas guy? That makes no sense. But yeah, volume 4. Now, I'm not going to really talk too much about this. I've already talked about it a lot. Yes, Attack on Titan is this big show. Everyone's loving it. It's becoming this huge new thing. No one's been really talking about the manga, and if they are, it's because they read it a long time ago and they're just bitching out the manga. The manga, in my opinion, is really good. Do not read... don't watch the show and then go watch read the manga, because a lot of people hate it that way. If you haven't seen the show yet and you really want to see the show, and you're either 2 different people. You're either don't want to watch it online, you want to wait for the official release by Funimation. There's official releases from Crunchyroll, that's how I watch it. But you're either waiting or you just don't know what it's about. Go grab some of the manga, because I think the manga is it might go either out of print, or it's either going to become so popular that you won't be able to get a copy, or something weird I think is going to happen. But at the moment, I'm really enjoying it. I haven't read volume 3 and 4 yet, but I'm going to, hopefully really soon. Today is basically film video day, clean room day, and read and watch things day, and then work for another week. Which isn't bad, but, you know, gotta use the free time when you can, I guess. So yeah, that is basically everything. If I've missed anything, I'll be putting them in another video, hopefully for next month or something. I apologize if this video is lacking in some kind of way, because I think I mentioned in my unboxing for my Viz Media thing that this video might be lacking in some kind of way, and I apologize, but, you know, like, comment, subscribe. I do this every month, usually a little bit better than this, but, you know, and I show you what I get, you know, that whole thing. I can't tell you to click-de-clack anything, but when I say click-de-clack things, you might know what I'm talking about, and if you do, please do it. And yeah, subscribe, all that lovely things, and I will hopefully see you soon.